to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. The Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it's easy to be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thank you very much.
All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special bonus episode of Gotta Have Heart Wrestling by yours truly, Jamal Holness here. I recently went to the thing today, the mall. My fiance actually surprised me with the Gotta Have Heart Wrestling t-shirt, my first one. And it's so amazing. Like, I cannot wait. This one came out really good, and it's my very first one, the only one I have right now currently, but don't worry, more will come out where I'm going to put on the website that I do, gottahaveheartw.com. And it's gonna be really good. It'll come out really good. I trust. I kid you not on these guys. You're gonna get your own Gotta Have Heart T-shirts. It's gonna be really really amazing once they do come out. So, but today's bonus episode, I just saw probably one of the more memorable Royal Rumbles from the '90s. I'm talking about the 1998 Royal Rumble event, and of course, we headlined Royal Rumble matchup here, but also by the Undertaker Shawn Michaels casket match for the World Wrestling Championship. This match will take place on January 18th, 1998 from San Jose Arena in San Jose, California with 18,542 fans in attendance here. This is actually a pretty good card here. I mean, think about it. You got The Rock and Shamrock for the Championship. The New Age Outlaws versus LOD for Tag Team Champions. Goldust versus Vader in a mini six-man tag team matchup here. So, if you think about it, this is probably one of the most exciting stacked cards in Warner's history. So, lead up to Warner, Warner match itself. Indeed, Austin was a very marked man. Very marked man indeed. I mean, the way that he's been attacking every superstar left and right between the last 4 to 6 weeks here really, truly, really want to show how he really wanted to win a Royal Rumble matchup in advance of WrestleMania for the title shot here. Recently the ongoing rivalry between Undertaker and Shawn Michaels here culminated at Ground Zero, leading to the first ever Hell in a Cell. Controversy as it seems Shawn Michaels may have escaped both those matches with the W. But this match certainly would not favor Shawn Michaels at all because it's the Undertaker's specialty, a casket match. But even in Undertaker's case, Undertaker has not won every casket match that there is. Hence, back to 1994 Rumble in Providence, where he lost Yokozuna thanks to the interference of some 10 or 12 superstars. Hopefully, that did not happen in this case here this evening. And man, this was shaping up to be one of the badass pay-per-view event that we will never, ever forget. First off, we kicked off with Vader challenging the artist formerly known as Goldust, with Luna in his corner here. Pretty good matchup between these two back and forth here. I gotta give respect. These are two big guys. You got Vader, who was former world champion of WCW. Obviously tried his luck to become WWE champion of WWE. Very unsuccessful here. Then you got the former artist known as Goldust, two-time Intercontinental champion. Recently, divorced his wife and went through this undergo change of trying to find what kind of sticks to him as far as like appearance-wise goes and characterization goes. So he was still Goldust, but in a weird way. Even changing the theme music too. If you really were to listen to his theme music at this time, I really found it kind of annoying with that beginning of his song, and it seemed like a really messed up version of his original Goldust theme. So, pretty one. But Vader, astonishing this is how cool Vader is. I like the move where Luna climbs on top of his back. He's going for the Vader bomb off the middle rope. He's coming down on the artist formerly known as Goldust with Luna on his back, hitting Goldust with the finisher move, knocking out Robert Luna in succession, getting the 1, 2, 3. It's 7 minutes and 51 seconds here. Mind you, Goldust and Vader will be part of the 30-man Royal match later on in the evening. But I gotta say, this is probably a good starter to open up the pay-per-view like this. So I really enjoyed this matchup here between Goldust and Vader. Alright, next up, we have Sunny coming out. She will be the special referee for the mini 6-man tag team matchup with El Torito, Tarantula, and Bad Leon versus Max Mini, Mosaic, and Nova. And I don't know much about the minis in this around this time, nor do I know about them today. But they're doing pretty good, as far as like matches go. So, but Max Mini's team will win in 7 minutes and 48 seconds here. I guess it was a good attraction for the event. I didn't really see the way it mattered so far. So, but as far as like action goes, a lot of high flying I saw in this event. So it wasn't too bad though. Next up, we got The Rock defending the Intercontinental Championship against Ken Shamrock here. This was pretty much a back and forth type of matchup here. We see Shamrock going for these belly suplexes and a lot of German suplexes throughout the entire match. And, The Rock, of course, is going to rule his dirty tactics here. Even in some parts of the match during his entrance, you hear the people chanting, Rocky sucks, Rocky sucks throughout the entire match. And it was unbelievable how the fans really disliked The Rock being the IC champion, but also being part of the Nation Domination at that time, with Farouk being the leader. So I got to put out there because people thought The Rock was the leader. No, he wasn't the leader yet. Farouk was technically still the leader in the beginning of '98. So just putting it out there, for you fans. But yeah, this matchup here, we see Shamrock getting a win here with the belly suplex here, and then The Rock had the nerve to place the brass knuckles in his tights to say that Shamrock cheated. So Shamrock ultimately gets disqualified, even though it was The Rock that wanted to use that tried to use brass knuckles unsuccessfully, but didn't. And then, referee press decision, and which Ken Shamrock should have won the match and became the champion, but The Rock got the win by DQ, referee, in 10 minutes 52 seconds here. And of course, you see Shamrock snap. This is not the first time, so yeah. But this is what I didn't like about this question of Ken Shamrock's part. You're a UFC wrestler. I get that. You're MMA stylist perfectionist. Wrestle the match at your pace. Don't worry about what other people are doing. I commend the in-ring ability of Ken Shamrock. I really do. Ken Shamrock is one of my favorite superstars of all time. He still will be one of my favorite superstars from the Attitude Era. But the thing is, it's like you're gonna go up with somebody like a 30 tax against the Rock, a Rocky might be, whatever the hell you want to call him. You're gonna want to play to your discretion. Keep doing things that you're good at. Maybe not do so much of the wrestling game that much here. So Shamrock should have really at least been more competent around this time. So just saying. But nonetheless, it was a good match, So, but and also these two men will also be featured in the War match later on tonight as well. All right, next up, we got the Tag Team Champions online. Man, the history of the LOD and New Age Outlaws dates back to, remember that Rob episode, November 24th, 1997, where DX beat up DX and New Age Outlaws before they even came all together, and after WrestleMania 14, would take out the LOD, injuring Animal's back, on that table, and shaving one half of Hawk's mohawk, and I was really pissed off too. Somebody shaved my head and left me with a freaking left-sided mohawk on my head. So that's kind of disturbing. It's weird. So it's a weird hairstyle. But nonetheless, LOD will come back for this event, challenge the Outlaws with Tag Team Championships, and I gotta say, this match is pretty good back and forth here. At one point, Hawk got handcuffed to the lower turnbuckle on the right side of the ring. So he comes to, we had 2-on-1 assault on Animal, try to break Animal's back in with that steel chair, and Hawk breaks the handcuff and attempts to knock out New Outlaws with the steel chair. They got disqualified here. Well, New Outlaws got disqualified because initially it was Road Dogg who hit Animal back with his steel chair at first, getting the DQ, but still retained it to Tag Team Championships. So, in a match that LOD should have won, much as Shamrock should have won this matchup, LOD should have won and became new Tag Team Champions. Not the case here. This match will last 7 minutes 57 seconds. So again, kind of the LOD, Shamrock, both of these guys got screwed out of their respective time matches here tonight. So, yeah. Next up, we got the Warrior match here. We go to the highlights of the past week with Austin stunning everybody who see fit to and beating up everybody who see fit to, having that big bullseye on his chest. We even saw an appearance at Mike Tyson up in the rafters, watching now as the Warrior match is about to begin here. And let me tell you something. This Warrior Bowl did not have a lot of memorable moments, but a couple of shenanigans that you could point out here. First off, we had Captain Jack Star number 1, Chainsaw Charlie, who was better known as Terry Funk, Sauce Off number 2 here. And these guys have trash cans, steel chairs. Chainsaw Charlie brought a chainsaw into the ring. What in the fuck was that? It was entertaining, yeah, but okay, there's gotta be some sort of limit here. That we chainsaw in a wrestling match, that's you know. Unless you want to saw somebody's limb one by one, then yeah, I call that attempted murder, But nonetheless, that's next out. We come out Tom Brandy, of course. Chainsaw Charlie and Terry Funk, Chainsaw Charlie and Cactus Jack will double team Tom Brandy out the ring. Out comes number 4, The Rock himself, and of course these two will double team them as well. And just keep on going. Here. We got Marsh, Phineas going 8 Ball, Blackjack Bradshaw. Owen Hart was supposed to come out to the ring here, was jumped by the NWA champion, NWA representative Jimmy Cornette, Jeff Jarrett. So, even though that came out of nowhere, but it was a pretty good highlight to see here, for the most part. We have Steve Blackman and D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown here. There's even one point in the match where The Rock and D'Lo were fighting each other, even though they were part of the nation together, but nonetheless, a one match, every man for himself, so, yeah. That's what we got Kurgan. Kurgan, this big guy, the interrogator, part of the Truth Commission, which I don't know too much about the Truth Commission. All I know is like 3 big guys and 1 small guy named Jacko, which I guess it makes them a good trio, but not a faction. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but yeah. Oh man, this guy is huge. He's really big, Kurgan. But this is the thing. Let me pause right here. Kurgan. Let me talk about Kurgan. I like Kurgan more with the Truth Commission and with the Jackal than the Oddities. I dislike the Oddities so much just because they didn't really need to be a faction. It was just 3 huge guys doing laughter for the crowd and doing silly shit. They don't talk about attacking a faction, of course, yeah, because who the fuck can take out 3 big ass guys over 7 feet tall? But like at the same time, Kurgan was not taken seriously. He was more taken seriously as the interrogator, as part of the Truth Commission. So I like this side Kurgan more than like fast forward the year 1998. So yeah, But it actually took like 8 Ball, Bradshaw, Ken Shamrock, Phineas Godwin, and The Rock to eliminate Kurgan here. Mark Miller come on next. Ken Shamrock, Thrasher, even Mankind. And I'm thinking, didn't he come out as Captain Jack? Why is he coming out as Mankind? Spoiler alert, Mankind was so desperate to win the Rumble that year, he would have come out with all 3 of his personas. Yes, we are going to see Dude Love later on within the match too as well. Because Mankind didn't even last long. Mankind lasted 2 minutes and 7 seconds, So, that's up. We got the Orange Foreman announced Goldust. The NWA representative Jeff Jarrett, the Honky Tonk Man, makes special appearances on the match. Kind of hard to believe here. This is like the 11th Rumble match in history, right? But this would be the Honky Tonk Man's 2nd Rumble appearance. So for a legend like him, probably the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time, only having 2 Royal Rumbles in his belt. The next one will be 3 years later in 2001. That's his next Royal Rumble appearance. I think that's his last, to be honest. So the entire career, Honky Tonk Man has only been in 3 Royal Rumbles. That's pretty rare. Looking at from that perspective, in a way. So yeah. All right. Next up, we got Ahmed Johnson here, then Mark Henry, and Skull and Kama Mustafa. All right, we have about 4 men in for the Nation Domination and more match here. The Rock is still in there strong. He's been there for a long time. Still gonna beat up here. Oh man. Even when I think there was a part where Phineas guy was this going top rope and knocked out the referee. That time, Even when Owen Hart, came out and got distracted by Triple H here. Triple H, who wasn't even part of the matchup, on the crutches with China, comes out and eliminates Owen Hart. Owen Hart kind of got screwed out the home match, which kind of sucks, Then we come up to number 24. It is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin. To number 22, the guy that was actually supposed to come out was Skull, as part of the DOA. Skull did not make it. It was under due to injury. I guess Austin got some. Much less, Steve Austin comes out, still up from behind. And first eliminates Mark Merrow. It was even a point in this Royal match where everybody stopped fighting each other and was bound to wait for Austin to come to the ring. That is freaking amazing. Like, Austin about to get, you think Austin get the shit beat on by like 10, 12 guys. Austin comes out from behind, eliminates Mark Merrow, everybody starts to fight him, they go back to fighting each other. So, pretty severe to say the least. Now we got Henry going. And it's Savvy Vega. Instead of Savvy Vega coming up by himself, he comes out all the rest of you Los Barricos, Jose, Miguel, and Jesus. So, evidently, Austin gets the best of all three of those guys, Steven Savvy Vega by himself. Number 27, lucky number 27, Farouk, the leader of the nation. The nation is 5-man deep in that ring. In this round match, you're going to have a faction. You got all 5 of your guys in there at the same time. You bet at least one of you guys might win, but evidently, thank God, none of the members of the Nation Domination actually won the matchup. And next we got Dude Love. Yes, Mick Foley is pulling a triple header. As classified by JR by his quote, Mr. Foley's baby boy is pulling a triple header. That's probably one of the greatest quotes in the matchup here. I really do. Next we got Chains, and number 30, it is Vader time. Vader comes out here. He gets eliminated by our former North Goldust. And to the point where it comes out to the final four, Farouk, Do Love, The Rock, and Austin. And, unfortunately, Do Love got eliminated by Farouk. And The Rock eliminates Farouk here. It comes out to Austin and The Rock. Austin with the Stone Cold Stunner Rock and throwing The Rock over the top rope to win the 1998 Royal Rumble matchup here. Damn, what a Rumble match that was. That was pretty insane. I'm actually glad Austin won the Royal Rumble, punched his ticket to WrestleMania 14. Even Mike Tyson was excited, that his man, Stone Cold Steve Austin, won the Royal Rumble match here. Oh, man. That match will last 55 minutes and 25 seconds. What a good Rumble match kick off the road to WrestleMania. Next up, we got the main event, the casket match for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship between Shawn Michaels and the challenger, The Undertaker. Of course, Shawn Michaels not coming alone, come out with Chyna and Triple H here. Undertaker comes out next up. We saw a key spot in this matchup here. If you guys didn't know, as you know, Shawn Michaels was out of action for 4 years with a back injury. Many people don't know how the back injury started. They didn't start WrestleMania. That's not technically true. Technically, the back injury started where The Undertaker will flip Michaels over the top rope and hitting his back on his small of his back on the edge of that casket. I can imagine if I had to go through that, that's the excruciating amount of pain my back would take. Shawn Michaels still continue on 10 minutes of the match too. That's how Shawn Michaels wanted to keep the championship and still wanted to keep going. I respect that. In all my heart, Shawn Michaels is doing that. That he got my respect from doing that. Because many people probably would just walked out and thrown the match over and just walked away, give up the championship and just leave. But nonetheless, we saw Shawn Michaels choke him into the casket and tombstone into the casket. That was pretty insane as well. Even at one point, you had the Los Barricos and New Jalas coming out and beat up The Undertaker. The lights go out. Here comes Kane. Kane and Undertaker dominate all 6 of those guys. We're thinking, if this is going to be some kind of truth from what happened on Monday at Raw, we're going to see the brothers against Michaels. Kane evidently turns back on The Undertaker, knocks him out, chokes him into the casket, closes the casket shut. Shawn is still the champion. But what happened after the match would be a fiery ending. As Kane took the casket, him and Paul Bear dragged it to the entrance ramp, united it in gasoline, and set it on fire with The Undertaker inside of it. This was truly one of the most defining moments of the whole night and ever and went into the Rumble. This was freaking insane. Shawn Michaels still champion, and we closed the event with Austin winning the Rumble and challenging Michaels for the championship at WrestleMania 14. What a Rumble pay-per-view this was. I did not expect that. When I first seen this, I did not expect the event to end like that. This was downright insane, Man, you gotta think about what's gonna happen to Rumble. We're only less than 6 weeks away from the 2021 Rumble match. Dan Ryan's declared first entry. Who is gonna fight for World Championship? Who's gonna fight for the Universal Championship? We don't know. It's gonna happen. Rumble gonna be live on Day Network, 7 p.m. 4 Pacific, from St. Petersburg, Florida, in the Thunderdome. Thank you guys for listening to this bonus episode of my podcast, and have a good night, everybody, and be safe.